What's up guys, it's Wubny here, and today's going to be the first episode of how to resell. So in the first episode, we're going to be talking about how to resell console controllers. Not just PS4, but just console controllers in general. So there's a few steps when it comes to actually reselling. The first step is testing it, making sure everything works. The second step is cleaning it. Then the third and fourth step are taking pictures and listing it. So let me go ahead and walk you through. Let's go ahead and test this very quickly. So there are a few ways of actually testing it. So I already tested this controller and I wiped the system. So you're not going to see me actually test it with a game in the system, but you're going to want to make sure everything works. So on the newer controllers, especially older controllers, you want to make sure the joysticks have no stick drift. You want to make sure all the buttons work. You want to make sure all the triggers work. Like I said, I tested this beforehand, then I actually realized this would be a great video. I want to make sure it syncs. So if I were to plug this in, press this button, it would then sync. But because I wiped the system cannot find it at the moment. But this controller works 100%. The easiest and most secure way to test games are to have the system that actually goes for it. So because this is a PS4 controller, I got a PS4. But I have over 50 controllers to test for consoles ranging from N64 to PS4, PS3, Xbox. And I'm not gonna have all those systems. So a very affordable way, if you have a computer, is to buy an adapter online. So I'm gonna download a software for future reference that'll work for USB, or if I buy an actual adapter for the N64 and all that other stuff, it'll work. But 100% the best way to test controllers is to have the system. If not, if you have a computer, download the software, get the adapter necessary, and test the controllers like that. I know this works because Tronics Fix, which is who kind of inspired me to do all this, used it in his most recent video when he fixed 11 PS4 controllers. But next step, once you know everything works, is to actually clean it and then make it look presentable for the picture. So let's go ahead and do that very quickly as well. So when it comes to cleaning the controller, you don't need to take it apart and clean the inside. Sometimes I do if it's really necessary, but most of the time it's not. So if you look at this controller, the joysticks are a little dirty. You know, it's just, otherwise than that, it's in great condition. It's just the joysticks are a little dirty. The buttons don't stick. Everything feels great. It just feels like a very slightly used PS4 controller. So the easiest way to clean the joysticks completely is to take them out, put them in some soapy water and just rub them down. But we're not gonna do that because why would we do that? So the easiest way to clean a controller without taking it apart is just use some kind of isopropyl alcohol and a Q-tip. And if absolutely necessary, a toothbrush, but normally that's not necessary for just a controller. So we're gonna dip the Q-tip in isopropyl alcohol, and we're just gonna rub it on the joystick. Make sure you get it deep and in there. See? It's coming right off. Very easy. Make sure you do it for both of them. This one's a little dirty. As you can see, the Q-tip's getting a little dirty, but not a big deal. And then, boom. See, the Q-tip's dirty. That dirt was on the joysticks. Now look at the joysticks. Make sure they're completely clean. Now look at them. Nice bright orange. If you look under here, it's a little dirty as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and go around that very quickly. Boom. So it looks a lot better now. And say your buttons are sticky. You're gonna take another Q-tip, and we're just gonna go around the buttons and then push in the buttons. This will fix it if the stickiness isn't too bad, but if the stickiness is very, very bad, then you might possibly have to take it apart. And if you're taking apart a PS4 controller, it's literally 4 screws, motherboard held in by 1 screw, and the whole battery compartment, and then you're on the whole buttons. So it might take you 15 minutes. But you can even see just from this new Q-tip, it's pretty dirty too. One great tip I found that helps actually making it look nice is if you take another Q-tip or just the other side of the Q-tip and you make sure the screws are clean. So you've seen screws can become very dirty, or they'll just be covered in like sweat and dirt and dust and nasty stuff. You just make sure that the screws are clean, it'll look a lot better. So now that the controller is clean, let's go ahead and take some pictures. So guys, now it's time to take pictures, and hopefully you guys like my basic, very cheap light setup. The reason you clean it is because a good little business trick, a little business tip, is you can get paid for presentation. So if I didn't clean this and I didn't make it look good, if I didn't have lights, I could get, let's just say for example, $30. But now that I cleaned it, now that I have great lighting, now that it looks very professional when I take pictures, I could potentially get $40, $35, because, oh, it looks nice. He took the time out of his day to clean it. Even if it's 5 minutes, I cleaned it, so now I'm going to be able to list it for $39.57 instead of like $32.57. $30.57, right? So we're going to go ahead and take some pictures very quickly. Make sure when you take pictures you get every angle. It helps build the person's trust as well. Then boom! Once you test it, clean it, and take pictures, you're good to list it. So let's go ahead and list it. So now we're going to go to eBay. We're going to go ahead and type in Black Ops 3 PS4 controller. Make sure we go show more and then go to the sold items. Boom, $49.99 plus shipping. $54 free shipping. You can see the price varies. $41 right there, $49 right there. You can see even though that he doesn't have a perfect light setup, that because he had lighting and it looks a lot more clean than this one right here. He got an extra, what, $8 for it, right? Yep, $8 for it. And I charge shipping on all mine, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna choose this listing, do sell one like this. Go to photos, choose the photos, just like that. And then I have a copy and paste description I put in all these. You can have whatever you want. That's what I put in all mine, unless it's something very specific or it's parts and I just reiterate it in the description. Then we're gonna go here, not now. We're gonna go here, take off auction, make sure it's buy it now. We're gonna do $49.57 plus, we'll say 12 ounce first class shipping. Then when we're finished, we go to list your item. Oh, our photos are not done uploading. Let's let our photos finish uploading very quickly. And then boom, the pictures are done. And then just like before, we go to list your item. Then once the item lists, you are done. Normally what I would do is when I listed the item, I would go to the end of the title. I'll go ahead and do it now just to show you as an example. My inventory system. So then I would go dash, let's put this in B2. Put dash B2, so now I know what storage item it's in. Just revise it or list it if you did this before you actually published it. It's that easy. That's how you list any kind of consoles or PS4 controllers. So that's basically it, guys. You guys now know an easy 4-step tutorial on how to list console controllers or PS4 controllers. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching and keep flipping.